Thanks for joining us for our Global Missions Minute. We have a message here from Leah this morning. We're not going to play the whole message because it is a bit longer, but we'll play a part of it and then we'll give you the link where you can listen to the rest of it at home.
Hi, Maranatha. I wanted to give you a bit of an update of my ministry here in St. Catharines. So I've been working with Niagara International students for nearly 2 months now. So Niagara International Students primarily works with international students from both Brock University and Niagara College. But because of my location, I focus more on the Brock students, but I have 2 other co-workers as well. And one of them focuses on the Niagara College students in Welland. But occasionally we get together and we combine the 2 groups and we have big group events. So just for example, we had a monthly dinner just last week actually. And we got together and we rented out a church and we had a meal together. We always have a meal and then do some games. And then usually there's a theme as well. So this past month, our theme was like celebrating graduates. And so all of the international students that graduated or are graduating in spring, summer 2022, we had a little celebration for them. So we even had the graduation hats and I did a little speech for them. And we also gave them a complimentary gift. And so that event specifically is really important because it really broadens kind of our scope of the students that are in the area. So we're able to meet new students often through this event that we have never met before. Often friends invite friends, and so it's actually growing quite a lot. Before COVID, I think their monthly dinner was about 40 attendees, and now we have 80. That's including volunteers, but we could easily have 100. But because we don't have the facility yet to hold that many people, we've kind of been doing a first come, first serve type thing, putting students on waiting list just in case other students cancel. And so it's been growing really, really quickly. So that's something that we've been focusing on. Another thing that we do is we do welcome packages. And so students often find us online or they find us on Instagram or friends tell them about us. And so they go on the website and they sign up to get a welcome package. And so that's a way that we can meet them and also tell them what are some of the other things that we do. We also do a furniture ministry. And so we get churches in the area or other kind of volunteers that donate furniture, and sometimes they deliver, sometimes we deliver, and basically we furnish some people's homes. So some of the international students that come here basically have virtually nothing, not even a bed to sleep on, and so we try to provide as much as we can for them, or we give them other resources that they can pull from as well. So we try to do our best in helping them in that way. On a personal level, for me, I recently started a new ministry in my home called Friday Night Dinner. And so we have dinner together every week. And I basically have a like kind of practical component to it where we eat together, a social component to it where we get the chance to just like get to know each other on a personal level, because some of these other events are just so big. But this is kind of a more intimate event where people can get to know each other at a deeper level. And then we also do a spiritual kind of component. And that is just like a simple devotional that I share after the meal. And I basically just tell the students that I'm a Christian and that this is normal for us to have like sort of a part of our routine where we spend time just reading the Bible and praying to God and just spending time getting to know Him. As the word devotional actually comes from devotion. So it's just really showing God that we are devoted to Him and not anything else, not worldly possessions, not our job, but that we are devoted to God. And so that's how we show Him that we're devoted to Him. So I do that every week. And then after that, at the end of the night, we do like a games time together, just to keep things really fun and lighthearted as well. And so that's also something that I've been doing. And through that, I wanted to share just a personal kind of testimony. So one of the gentlemen that was going to monthly dinners, he had only been to 2 other events before. I'm just going to call him Stanley to keep privacy for him. But Stanley has been going to other events, and I invited him to the weekly dinner, the Friday night dinner. And so we had eaten and everything, but we hadn't done the devotional component yet. But I was just talking to another student, and somehow through the conversation, I was able to talk about just the beginning of the Bible, like Adam and Eve and the fall, and just explaining that to one of these students. And then this other student, Stanley, he heard, and he started asking all of these questions in front of everyone. And so all of these people are basically unchurched, come from different religious backgrounds, and a lot of these, the cultural backgrounds, it's not even really acceptable to be a Christian. And so I was quite shocked when this student Stanley showed so much interest. And so he wanted to know even what the Trinity is. And so as everyone knows, like that's kind of something that you work your way up to. But he was very interested in knowing. And so we got to explain a little bit of that, me and a couple other Christians that were there. And so we went into it with him. And then later in the evening, when everyone had left, my coworker had said, "Hey, I think you should invite Stanley to church. He seems really interested." And so I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I think I'll try it. We'll see what he says. And he was very interested. And he came the very next day. And as we were sitting there, he was asking all these questions in the middle of the service. He was like whispering to me because he wanted to know what all these things meant. And so then after the service, we had talked some more, and he asked more of his questions, and I was able to answer those questions. And then he explained to me his spiritual journey. So he had been going to school in America, and he went to this huge cathedral, and it was just beautiful. And he said that he felt this peace that he'd never felt before. And so ever since then, he's really wanted to explore Christianity. And so he's actually been going to church every week since then for a month. And he started going to a kind of beginner's Bible study, the Discovery Bible study that I was doing in Hamilton. We also do it here. And so he started going to that. And my coworker has been running that Bible study, and she was saying that he's very, very hungry. And he's also been volunteering at my church. We have this thing called Party in the Park that we just started, where we're reaching out to the community and other international students. And he was volunteering, doing that. He was running around and helping out. And it's just incredible to see how God is growing his faith, not just in his mind, but also in what he's doing in his actions. And so please pray for him. And please pray for others, that we find other people like Stanley that would be interested in the gospel. And yeah, pray for these Friday night dinners, that good conversations would continue to happen through those, and also that we would get more volunteers to help with those dinners. Um, and yeah, I could go on and on. God is doing a lot of things, but I know that this is already running pretty long. So, anyways, I just want to thank you guys again for all of your financial and also prayer support. And please continue to pray. I can really see that God is opening a lot of doors, and we know that it's only the Spirit that is doing that. So pray that the Spirit would continue to work through the lives of these students, and and that they would come to know their God as Lord and Savior of their life. So thank you again, and God bless.